Greetings, Chilled Voyager here, aka Ted, and today we are playing Playne, P-L-A-Y-N-E. When I say playing, I'm not so sure it's a game. I mean, it sort of is a game, but it's, I've never played this before, so I don't know much about it. All I know is it is supposed to promote daily meditation. Meditation is something I'm massively into. And that I think you grow a forest or something from meditating daily, and there's a fox in it. That's all I know. So, I thought we'd have a first look at it together. Let's do this. It says there's a begin story tutorial, so I think that's what we should do. Should we try that? Sounds like a plan to me. Let's do that. Now, I don't even know whether this is played with a mouse or what, so I've got my controller plugged in. So far, seems to be mouse controlled, but this is Sensei Fox. That sort of makes sense. Hello friend, you have finally arrived. Who are you? So I'm guessing I click on that. Oh, I see. I thought it meant who am I. It means who is he. I am Fox and I am your guide to Playne. Let's have a look and see what it says, what it describes itself as. Playne is where you are, and it's where you can always be, and Playne has been waiting for you to arrive since forever. That's very interesting. Now, I've only got one choice here. I can only click on that. Anyone who finds Playne can help Playne. With what? Let's see. Do you remember how old you are? I stopped counting a long time ago. It's interesting it only gives me one option. How can we count the days when the sun never sets? But I know how old you are. I see. That's kind of the riddle, isn't it? How old am I? You are incredibly, profoundly and brilliantly old. I certainly feel it. And you were there when it happened, when time stopped and everything stopped growing. Well, now I've got choices. Let's try this. How can I bring back groups? By meditating. Meditating? Meditation will help you understand yourself. As you better understand and realise yourself, your Playne will grow and thrive. Are you ready to begin your journey? Should we look around, or shall we... Let's look around first. I would probably normally jump straight into it, but because I'm recording this for you... Right, this is mouse controlled. Let me just check my controller and see if it does anything a minute. It does not. No, so this is entirely mouse controlled. So we have... I don't know what that thing at the top of the screen does. It's not, I don't seem to be doing... Let me try English. I don't seem to be able to do anything other than move my camera around at this very moment in time. However... Okay, so I can click on things. You can talk to the fox. My streak, I don't know what that means. My achievements. And my effort. Is there anything else on this island? Doesn't appear there is. Well, what does this do? My streak. Let's have a look. Okay. Habit building mode. I don't understand. That's the mode we're in, I presume. I don't seem to be able to change that either, so we'll just, I'm going to guess that everything is just my achievements. Again, 0, I'm guessing. The call, the hour, the first step, 9 to 5, all day long. So these are just how many hours you have meditated for. Okay, interesting. I'm very interested in this because I am very much into meditation and mindfulness. I meditate daily, at least once a day, usually in the mornings, quite often in the afternoons and the evenings as well, before I go to sleep, usually first thing when I wake up. And sometimes I feel the need in the middle of the day. At the moment, we're in the middle of COVID-19, so I'm not really outdoors much, but when I was outdoors and working, I always used to try and take a break at lunchtime and go and sit somewhere quiet and outdoors, preferably, with some trees and some grass and meditate. But times have changed. I'm guessing my effort is not going to have much in it either. So your level, days meditated. I wonder what streaks are. Do you think that's the amount of time you meditate in one go? Something like that? I don't know. Very interesting. I'm just very interested. I thought we'd take a first look at this together. I was wondering if it was the sort of thing that I might be able to live stream for people. I don't know. It might be a very personal journey, so it might not work very well for... We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I thought it'd be good to take a look at it so that you can see what it is. So let's go and talk to the fox then, because it appears that nothing else does anything yet. So, are you ready to learn meditation? Well, let's try it, because even though I meditate, you may not. Let's see if it teaches you anything. You never know, it might teach me something new that I don't know. I want you to do something for me. Breathe in and out slowly. Shall we do that now together? I would suggest you sit comfortably and relaxed. If you're just watching this and not doing anything else, just sit with your hands by your sides or gently in your lap and just sit upright and just relax and breathe. Let's breathe together. Let's try that. Breathe in and out. Okay, let's do that now. Breathe in and out. And in and out. I'm hoping that's calming you down. If you breathe from your stomach, from your diaphragm, the lower part, not into your chest, not into your lungs, but breathe down, you breathe much deeper. You've got much more control over it. I used to be a singer, and that's how you taught to breathe as a singer as well. So let's click on yes. Did you notice your own breathing? Well, I did. I hope you did too. By noticing your breathing, you're aware of your breathing. At least you can also be aware of your thoughts. And that's something that's the first fundamental step in mindfulness as well, is being aware of your breathing, being aware just of whatever it is you are looking at or tasting. Or I do the same. I eat mindfully. I taste my food. I don't just sit in front of a TV watching a film or watching the news and just munching my way through something, and then you don't realise what it is you've eaten. You might as well just have been eating cardboard. You haven't tasted any of it. So I like to sit down and eat without any distractions and really taste every mouthful and taste and feel the texture and everything. And I think it's really important. I do the same when I'm out walking. I notice the leaves on the trees, the shapes of the clouds in the sky, the shadows, the noises the birds are making, which direction the wind's coming from. It's just little things like that, and it takes you outside of yourself, and it's really good for busting stress. Really is. Living right there in the moment. There is only now. It's all we have is now. The past and the future don't exist. All we have is now. So you have to be in the moment at all times, otherwise you're wasting it. That's the way I look at it anyway. Did you notice the ocean surrounding the island? Yes, I did. I assume you did as well, because we looked. Most of the time we think about being aware of our own thinking. With meditation we learn to observe our inner world and our thoughts without taking part in them. When you're thinking, you're in the ocean. When you're observing your thoughts with awareness, you're standing on this island. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. It's something that people often say to me about trying to meditate, is that their thoughts get in the way and they can't empty their mind. You don't need to. All you need to do is just not worry about it. Thoughts come, thoughts go. Just let them do their thing. Just don't follow them. Just let them drift. Someone once described it as letting thoughts just cross the sky like clouds. They'll come across and then they'll just disappear. Just let them do what they want. Don't partake in them. And don't worry about it, because you can find yourself worrying about the fact that you're thinking. And then you start thinking about the fact that you're thinking, and you just get wrapped up in this internal dialogue or monologue. And don't worry about it. If you're thinking about something, it doesn't matter. Just let it go. And don't worry about it. Meditation is to observe and be aware of our thoughts openly. Your understanding of yourself will grow as you keep returning to the island and practice being openly aware of your thoughts. Whenever you find yourself lost in the ocean, you can always find your way back to the island by practicing awareness. What are thoughts? We experience our memories as thoughts. We experience our sensations as thoughts. We experience our feelings as thoughts. We experience our emotions as thoughts. We experience our questions and doubts as thoughts. We experience our judgments and conclusions as thoughts. Whenever you remember, sense, feel, question, judge, or wonder about something, you are aware of it because you thought of it. Most of the time, thoughts appear and disappear by themselves. In meditation, we're going to learn how to notice and be openly aware of our thoughts. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Firstly, you'll keep your awareness on your breathing. When you begin the meditation, you'll notice an expanding bubble. You can breathe to the speed of this bubble if you like. You don't have to do this, but you may find it helpful. Keep my awareness on my breathing. And that really is the first key to both mindfulness and meditation, is just being aware of your breathing. It really helps. It stops you from being distracted. And as you keep your awareness on your breathing, you'll notice thoughts start to appear. What do I do when I notice a thought? Sorry. Simply notice the thought, acknowledge the thought, and bring your awareness back to your breathing. There you go. That's kind of what I was saying. You just don't hang on to it. Just let it go. If you like, you can tap your spacebar or click your mouse every time you notice a thought appearing. Oh, that's interesting. You don't have to do this, but you might find it helpful. Give it a try for yourself and find out what works for you best. Okay. If you find yourself asking the question, is this a thought? That confusion and that question is itself a thought, indeed. Notice the thought, bring your awareness back to your breathing. I like that one. What if I don't know if I'm having a thought or not? You are. The fact you're thinking about whether you're having a thought is a thought. What if I get lost in thought? This happens all the time to people. Don't worry about it. Great question. When you notice that you've got lost in a thought, acknowledge what happened. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. It's as simple as that. So, remember, 1. Be aware of your own breathing. 2. When you observe a thought appearing, notice it and bring your awareness back to your breathing. 3. If you get lost in a thought, notice that you got lost, bring your awareness back to your breathing. Lastly, if you like, you can try clicking the mouse when you notice the thought to acknowledge it. Shall we meditate? Okay, are you ready for this? Let's do this together. And I'm going to say that we're ready. So this is a core meditation of Playne that helps us to realise the nature of our mind. This wisdom can help us transform how we relate and respond to our daily living. Recommended duration, 20 minutes. So we'll just do... So we can change things here. So we've got 10 minutes. There's a bell that rings, so that could be interesting. Breath normal, slow, and deep. What should we do? Just normal? I think that's a good start. The bell, I'm presuming we can change. Ooh, not sure about that last one. What's the first one? I actually think that's a bit tinny. Quite like that one. So it's between 6 and 6 and 3. I'm going to go with that one. Are we ready? Then let's do this for 10 minutes. I hope you're up for some meditation. So you just have to remember to breathe. I'm not going to talk. We'll breathe in time with this in and out. And I will go quiet for now. For 10 minutes. And we have it. The meditation is over. Very surprising how quickly 10 minutes can go. The mind creates the abyss, the heart crosses it. Interesting quotes there. So I think, I hope you enjoyed that, whether you managed to not think too much, or you know, maybe your thoughts did interrupt you, but you managed to remind yourself to keep breathing. And I think for some people it's quite helpful to have that physical reminder to breathe, that circle going in and out. I tend to close my eyes because I think that, to me, the breathing was a little bit too fast on that setting. I think that's probably quite fine if you're not used to deep breathing, but for me, I'd rather breathe a bit slower, so I closed my eyes for that. But lovely sounds, though. Well, I like that. Wisdom is knowing I am nothing. Love is knowing I am everything. And between the two, my life moves. Yes. So we got one meditation, one streak. I don't quite know what the one streak thing means, but anyway, let's have a look, see what the fox says. It is impossible, but you have done it. What did I do? Haven't you noticed that the sun has moved? The day has progressed? All because you meditated. But there is more to do, friend. You must come back and meditate tomorrow. Would you like me to remind you so you don't forget to meditate tomorrow? I'll remind myself. That's absolutely fine. Remember, on iOS, hey, I'm not going to say the word in case it triggers yours, reminds me to meditate every day. Or on Google, you say, okay, that word, remind me to meditate every day. That's really interesting. So there are different game modes. Should we have a look at them very briefly? I don't want to do too much in one go, but you've now unlocked a new game mode where you can create your own Playne. Once you complete Playne, you will unlock Evolve mode. Return to the main menu to see these game modes. So how do we go to the main menu? I'm not actually sure how we do this. Oh yes, you see it's evening now, sunset. It's a nice island. From what I can gather, I did look at the what's the word? Promotional video for this, and I think you as you progress you get to grow trees, and the trees get taller, and I don't know what else you do, but that's all I saw from the video. But I thought it would be an interesting thing to try, and I thought people would be interested to see it, because I think it's the kind of thing people would think, oh, that looks interesting, but I don't know if I should spend the money. So I thought it'd be an idea to share it with people, and they can then say, oh, actually, you know, this is quite good, this would work for me, or conversely, this wouldn't work for me. It's not a lot of money. And the other thing is, if you're in the UK and you work for the National Health Service, you can get the game free at the moment because of what's happening with the COVID outbreak. I'm not quite sure how you do that, but I got this through Steam. I think if you look on Steam, it will probably tell you how to go about doing that. I think all you need is I think you need to send the publisher or the developer an email from your work email so they can see it's at nhs.gov, and yeah, that's it. Then you're able to have it for free, because I think that's a nice thought. That it's important for those that work in that line of work in welfare, looking after people at the moment, get to relax, get to meditate. I don't see where the main mode is, main menu is. I don't quite. So you got my progress. Okay, level 1 wind story chapter. Level 2 is fireflies, interesting. Level 3 is rain. Okay, so you've got different. This is interesting, isn't it? Level 4 is birds. Level 5 is thunderstorms. Level 6 is aurora. Level 7 is change time. Interesting. Level 8 is flowers. Level 9 is butterflies, and level 10 is unlock evolve mode, plant an actual tree. Oh, I see. So that's when you start to plant trees. We're on level 0 at the moment. You need to meditate for 2 more days to level up to level 1, which is wind. Very interesting. I like the music. I like the fact it's an island. What does my streak do? Let's have a look at that. Now we've done something. So you are on your highest streak. 1. Oh, so you can change? I don't know. Let's have a look at this habit building mode. Habit building mode. By default, your campfire grows as you build your streak. If you break your streak, your fire will go out. Okay, so you have to... Right, so your streak is meditating daily, I think. And if you don't meditate every day, the fire will go out. Your fire will grow faster and be bigger, but it can go out if you break your streak. It takes 30 days to reach a maximum of 100%. And it's great for those who are looking to build a consistent habit of meditation, and for those who wish to practice letting go if your fire goes out. Right, not being attached to it. That I can see be quite important. I think that's something that many people struggle with in our quite materialistic world, is hanging on to things and people too much and not letting go enough. Passive mode. Your fire grows based on the number of days you have meditated. This fire will never go out. Okay. Your fire takes longer to grow and will be smaller, but it will never go out. It takes 60 days to reach a maximum of 80%. This is great for those who have already built a habit of meditation and no longer need this assistance, or if you prefer a softer approach. So that's quite interesting. I'm going to stick with the habit building mode because I think it's great. You meditate daily, otherwise the fire goes up. But if it does, it does. I meditate every day anyway. I just have to remember to log in and do it on the on this game. I hesitate to call it a game. I guess it is. I mean, the way I look at life as being a game in many ways. It's all a sort of. You may laugh at me for saying this, but I think it's a cosmic. I think life is a cosmic joke, and you have to laugh. You have to find the humour in everything. I think the whole thing is hilarious. It really is. And you just got to remember that and smile. So, you can change your fire mode when your streak breaks. Okay, so let's worry about that when or if that happens, but not now. So that's streaks. So you can just do meditate. You can do achievements. Do I have any of those yet? I don't know. Okay, so that's the very first session. Next thing is when I've meditated for 60 minutes. Okay. I think this is very good for getting you into the habit of meditating, and it'd be interesting. I will keep doing this. And also, I think, let me know if you think this would benefit you as a live stream. If I did a live stream, even if it was once a week, 20 minutes of meditation for everybody, and then go into some other game that's nice and fluffy, as I'm intending to do. Things that are sort of gentle. Yeah, I've got various ideas for games that I can play that are what's the word? I don't know what the word is exactly. Very tactile and thoughtful, and certainly not sort of pointing guns at people and running around, and it's all very calm and placid games. So I'm hoping they'll be up your street, and maybe I could start each session running this for 20 minutes and just get everyone breathing, and then, I don't know, just a thought. Let's have a look at my effort. Don't know what that means. Level 0. Days meditated 1. Okay, so that just tells me everything. So we've done 10 whole minutes of meditation. Okay, so it does actually, it also notes thoughts. I didn't bother clicking because the very act of clicking would, to me, would make me... I could understand why that might work for some people, because you go, I've had a thought, click, and that thought's gone. But to me, it would remind me I've had a thought, and then I'd be thinking about the fact that I need to click if I have a thought, and it doesn't help me to let go of them. So for me, that didn't really work very well, but I can see how it might for some. So I think we've examined everything that's here. Now, because it's sunset, I can't really see if much has changed on the island. I don't think it has. I think we've just... The only things that will have changed is the time of day, and the fire will have grown a little bit. So I'm going to keep doing this each day, just to see how well it works for me. And I will seriously think about live streaming once a week, looking at either doing a Saturday evening or a Monday evening, UK time. Probably fairly late, sort of 9 p.m. UK. We'll see. Let me know what you think about that idea. Should we just see if the fox has got anything final to say to us? I think he's just going to say, do you want to meditate again? Discover the story yourself and Playne as you meditate and grow. Since I've had a lot of time on my hands, my paws, I have imagined the various chapters behind this beautiful world. What would you like to know? Oh, this is very interesting. You need to level out your world before you can hear this story. So there's also stories. That's an obvious goal. You get to hear the stories as you grow. That's fantastic. Well, okay, that is a first look at Playne. I hope you liked it. And this is quite a short video, but that's absolutely fine. This week I've not been very well at all this week with the old long COVID symptoms, but that's okay. I've got some plans to do an extra video, hopefully next week, midweek, something a little bit different. We have to wait and see. And yeah, that's it from me. Many thanks for joining me. Stay chilled and take care.